So this is a continuation of my previous video of the cups I was making. I'm going to show you what I'm doing next. I'm actually almost finished. I have one more cup to do. But this is one of the cups that I worked on. As you can see, it's in black and I believe it's magenta. I've already got one coat of the Clear Coat Epoxy, and as well I've sprayed it 3 times with the sealer and then 3 times with the UV spray before I put on the epoxy, which seems to have worked. One mistake I did do is the sealer doesn't seem to make the alcohol ink run, but if you spray too closely with the UV sealer, my experience is that it did blur some of the lines, so I did have to go over one of my cups and redo it, and another one is slightly blurred, but I'm okay with it. So now what I'm going to do today is this is the last cup I have to do. I apologize. I didn't want to do them all on camera because that would be a very long video, but what I'm using today is this here. Hopefully I don't have it upside down. I don't know. I think it's not. But anyway, this is waterslide paper. What I did is I designed I took the size of the paper, I put it into a photo program. I designed what I wanted to go onto the cups. Then I printed it. Then I used the Kmart, or however you want to say it, sealer. And then I cut them out, and now I'm putting them on. Now it does say after printing to use them within, I think it's 12 or 24 hours, I'm not sure, it's in here. But I didn't, because I was all excited to do this and I thought I was going to get it done a little bit sooner. Unfortunately, I did get, my husband got me sick, and I've been sick for quite a while now, and I'm having a hard time not coughing and getting motivated and whatnot, so these have been sitting for a very long time, but they seem to be working just fine anyway. So let me show you the final step on these cups. Well, not quite the final, because I am going to put one more coat of the epoxy on. But what I did is, so here's some of my designs. Hopefully the ink doesn't reactivate and go on to the to the cup. But this is all going on this here cup. So deciding on, I probably put this here, and this on this here side. So I'm going to start off with the name, and I have my water, and it says to put it into the water for 30 to 60 seconds, and I've read some reviews on this. I hope you can see. Sorry, I can't see my camera because it is upside down, but I've read the reviews, and a lot of people said that 30 to 60 seconds was too much. However, I've been doing just fine with that, and that might be because my paper dried a lot longer than it was supposed to, so that may be why. But it did also say in the instructions to use it quicker than I have, otherwise it may not come off of this here paper, but it seems to be doing just fine for me. So deciding on where I want the name, I think if you hold the cup in your right hand, you'd probably want your name to go here. So that's where I'm going to start. Of course, I'm not using a timer, as you can see. I'm going to put this in here. Let me see, what do I want on next? Will be this one here. So while I'm working on that, I'm just going to do this one. Oh, I forgot my paper towel. I'll grab that in a second. So it's actually pretty easy. You hold it on with one hand. This is actually the first time I've ever used Waterslides, but it's very, very easy. That was it. And toss that into the trash. And now I'm just going to, I hope that was on camera, because I cannot see my camera, but now I'm just going to line it up. And my paper, getting my paper. And then I'm going to just dry my water slide off. One swipe this way, one swipe that way. Let me see, and then just this up. I think that looks all right to me. No, I'm going to come this way a little bit. I'm just looking at it and deciding where I want it. As I know the other part of my design is quite large. Sometimes I think it's a little bit easier. If it's a little wet, it'll slide along a little better. Oops. I don't know if you can see me doing this, but I'm just smoothing it out. I got a little bit underneath there. And smoothing it this way. Making sure my distances are the same top and bottom, which it's not, so let me fix that, or it will drive me crazy. And this is for a friend who is named Martha, who's coming to visit me soon, maybe tomorrow. She doesn't live too far away, and I've been working on this project for quite some time, and I feel bad that it's taken me so long. But the good thing about good friends is they will forgive you. Anyway, so that is that. Taking my second one, I just want to kind of like look at this. I think I want it on the side and then that one there, so we'll just go with right here. Now Martha does have a musical background, and so I went to the internet, and I know I will get back to you on this, but I'm fairly certain she's going to look at this and know exactly what song this is. I could be wrong, but being that she's musical, I'm sure the first thing she's going to do is hear these notes in her head, because that's how she and I operate. Although I am not musical like her. I had taken piano as a child, thank you to my parents who allowed me to do so. My parents were very, very supportive in all the crazy stuff I did. Lots of sports. Mother was always there to make costumes for the school and the skating and the everything, drive us to whatever sports event we were in, volunteering. Parents were very, 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 very supportive. I was very blessed. Okay, to me, let me see, I'm looking at this. It appears to be straight. Just drive that off. Once this way, once that way, and I should have had that in already, silly me. So far this is what we have. Just move a little bit, so you got to be careful. Smooth it out again if it moves. I believe that is straight. I love this, the epoxy on there makes it really glow. Whoops, got to be extra careful. The epoxy does make it really glow, or shine, or however you want to say. I guess it would be shine. Okay, and the final sticker. It's not really a sticker, it's a water slide, but same thing, right? Okay, figuring this out here. My paper over there. Don't know if I'm on camera, I apologize. And garbage can. And I do want to pull this way. I have to decide if I'm going to be okay with that. I want to come up a little bit. Good thing I have pink where it is, but I think I am going to just lift it up a tiny bit, just so it's not on the alcohol ink. And oops. I don't know if you can see, I apologize if I have moved it out of the camera. But I think that is about as centers, I'm going to get it. So, I think I'm okay with that. My son would say, Mom, you don't need so much stuff on there. My son is, I've been working on a cup for my son for quite some time. Every time I think I've got it done, I show him and he says, oh, I changed my mind. I would like. And so I keep changing this cup. For him, it's a tumbler with epoxy. My other son is very laid back when it comes to this kind of stuff, and he didn't even want anything other than his name on his cup, so that's what he got on his epoxy tumbler, or glitter tumbler, however you want to say it. So tonight I will be pulling out my Cricut one more time to print off the changes my son has requested. First he only wanted his initials, now he wants his name. So now I have to peel off the initials and put his name on. So there we have it. Okay, well hopefully you saw all that. Probably not, because I probably had it off camera. I apologize if I did. But anyway, it says craftiness is happiness. And then we've got, this is Ode to Joy. And her name. So that's one cup. I've got the oven on. And I'm going to pop these in the oven, but I'll put the camera on pause while I do that. But I just want to show you all the rest. Here's the blue tumbler. Look and see, make sure we're on camera here. Be very silly for me to get through this and then find out it wasn't on camera. So this is the Thomas cup and the Steelers fan. This is for my one son. I actually did mess up his name, so I will have to redo that. But this here is the black made with the Illuminite, because Illuminite is incredibly black. It doesn't really, I mean, the other black I have is pure black, and it, I'll show you actually. This was actually made with black ink, and you can see it looks quite blue. So Illuminite black is very black. So this is black and antique bronze, because those are the colors that he's asked for. There's another dear friend of mine. Her favorite color is green, and her favorite, she absolutely loves these cardinals. And unfortunately, as we all probably have experienced at some point in our life, but she did lose her favorite dog, and so this is a picture of her favorite dog, and her favorite color is green. This is one who that is not being claimed yet, so this will be made into something. I have an idea of who this is going to. It's actually an online person that I don't know, but she was my first subscriber, and I think that's where this one is going to go to. I'm just going to have to figure out what to put on it, because I don't know her, but I'm going to go look through her art, and then I am going to probably decorate that one and give that to her. So this was, again, this is that cup that was made with the black. This is, and you can see this here, right in here, you can see how the line, I don't know if you can see that, but these lines are a little bit blurred, and then you've got some nice lines here. And these are nice here, but you can see there's a little bit here again, a little bit of blurring, and a lot of blurring right here. This is what I was talking about. I sprayed it with the Kmart sealant, and then I put the UV spray on, and when the UV spray went on, of course I had 3 of the Kmart varnish, and then when I put the Krylon UV spray on, that's when that blurred. This is for my son, and he chose purple. My other son, of course. and he likes bears. So he's got bears, and we are originally from Canada. Moved to Texas when back in 2002. So I was born and raised in Canada. My father actually was born in Ohio, moved to Canada when he was 8, and I lived in Canada until I was 36 and moved to Texas. So my son is very attached to Canada. He moved here when he was 7. Anyway, so this is a representation of the maple leaves and a bear that he likes. That's the story behind that one. And this is for my friend who's in West Virginia. I've never met her in person, but we've been friends, I think, since about 2000 and I'd say maybe around 2004, 2005. And we talk online all the time. And her favorite color is flamingo pink. And she is an absolute beautiful person on the inside. She's beautiful on the outside too, don't get me wrong. But she is a sweet, sweet lady, and so this is what I wrote for her. What I think I'm going to do, these were supposed to be leaves. I'm not really happy with them. I think I'm going to take a little bit of glitter, and I'm going to try and bring in some of the same glitter I'm using on her tumbler. It's flamingo pink, so it's not quite this pink. It's quite different actually. But I think I'm going to bring it into here a little bit, maybe a little bit green glitter, and try and make these more leaf-like looking. And maybe enhance these flowers as well with some glitter, a little bit of green or blue or whatnot, just to give it a little sparkle. And then I think I will use the epoxy all the way up to here. I don't really want to put the epoxy on, even though the epoxy says it is safe. I don't know that someone wants to put their mouth on it, so I'm going to try and keep the epoxy down a little bit. So that's why I wanted to do the water slides, because this is going to go in the oven. This is supposed to melt into the to the glaze, and so it's supposed to be able to stay on there fairly easy. Now, of course, hand washing is always recommended for anything with alcohol ink, and I believe these as well. So that'll be the recommendation, will be for hand washing. So I'm going to pop these into the oven, and then I'll be right back. Today I'm going to try and enhance these cups. I had them in the oven last night, and the water slide is on very well. When I rub my finger across, I can feel the little edge, but it is not going to come off. So I want to make these look a little bit more like leaves, and I want to enhance these flowers here. And then I'm going to seal it again with the Kmart varnish and the UV sealant, and then I'm going to put one more coat of epoxy on it. So I have no idea what I'm doing. I've never done this part before, so bear with me. But what I think I'm going to use is random products actually. I really love mica powder, so I do have 2 shades of purple for mica powder. One of them is violet, one of them is lavender. I don't know which is which. I have this very, very fine glitter. So I have this very, very, it says Tutti Frutti, and this is strawberry hibiscus. And I thought those might look nice on the flowers. And as well, I have this very fine, well, not as fine, but it's fairly fine glitter. So those are 3 of them. I also have this green, very fine hummingbird glitter. And then I also have mica powder, and I'll probably go with mica powder. You can see how fine this stuff is. It just makes it incredibly fine dust, and it's all over everything in this box, unfortunately. But this mica powder has got incredible shine, and I just absolutely love mica powder. I think I should put mica powder in everything. I don't, but I think I should. Anyway, I hope you can see the video okay. I never can see my camera, so I just hope you can. I'll find out at the end. I can see a cup here. Let me see. Turn my little... I'm on a very tiny table. Let me see if I can get that more in the center. Sort of like that. Okay, this here is Tack It, and I've added a little bit of water to the Tack It. I'm going to use these Mica brushes today. I'm just going to dip that in there. Let me see. I'm just going to enhance my... I think it probably even already have too much on there. I don't want to put a lot on. I just want to put it where I want. Hopefully it'll stick. But just where I want some of that glitter. You can hear my little dog's feet out there. Chicka, chicka, chicka. That's what I hear. Oh, there's some yellow in this flower. I wonder if I need to put a hint of yellow in there. Now the Tack It should dry. While it's doing its thing, I should have probably started on the other side. Flip my cup around. Hopefully you can see me working. I don't even know if you can. I apologize. I'm not good at this camera thing. Let's see. I don't know if you can see or not. I think you can. I'm just dabbing where I want this here to go. It seems to beat up a little bit, but that's okay because I don't want to cover this thing in glitter because that would defeat the purpose of highlighting stuff. And I'm just going to put that on the side. Let me see this one here. See, okay, I can see it there. Let's see, let's it's not quite the right color red. Let's see what I have. That's too pinky, I think. Yep, that's that flamingo pink. Oh, maybe I'll use that on the other cup. Let me see, I know I have more red glitter. Let me put this on pause and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. I did find this here red, which may work. I won't put a lot of it on, maybe on the belly, but this does have a little bit of black in it, so I haven't found really, I don't know, red is my least favorite to find. This is my red mica powder, which comes out very pink. So I really don't care for that one. And I have another mica powder and it comes out more of a copper color. You don't know how people don't get glitter everywhere. I get glitter everywhere as soon as I touch the stuff. Well, this should be interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take my Tack It. I'm just going to put a teeny bit onto the belly. Just to give a little bit of a, don't know if you can see, this is hard. This is hard trying to make sure you can see and I can see. And I've not done this before, I don't even know if it'll work. Praying it does. Okay, that's one. Of course, if I don't like it, I'm fairly certain I can get it off. That's a good thing. Okay. Don't spill that. That would be fun. Let's see. Tack It dries fairly quickly. Let's give it a little. Okay, so here's my flowers. I have a feeling you can't see very good. I don't know. Okay, if I do it there, you can. Let's see. This color. This one is a mica powder. Let's start with that one. Love, love, love mica powder. This looks like a flamingo pink. That's what this one is. Okay. Maybe I'll just use my finger. Oh, that'll work. I have to decide, do I like it better? It's fairly the same, but it gives it a little more of a shine. Brings out that shine. Oops. Get the lid back on this one. Okay. I must have made a mess with my tacket. Okay. So that's given, gosh, I bet you didn't see most of that. Maybe I need to lift my camera up a little bit more. Okay, so what I did is I put the tacket along the lines that I wanted to enhance, and now it does have a little bit of a shine. And then I used my finger to rub it in. Now I will get a little bit more tacket and put it onto, see what color we'll go with. I think we'll go with this one right here. This one is a glitter, so we'll go with the very red center and a little bit in here, maybe on here too. Very red center right here. Don't want to cover the flowers, we just want to give it a little pop. There's that. Okay, now for my glitter. Stick my microbush there. I think you can see that. I'm just going to give it a little roll in here. There it goes. Not a lot, just a little teeny bit. Just to give it a little shine. Seems to be working just fine. I don't know if you can see it very good, but let's see. If I pull it up, I don't know if you can see. It just gives a little, catches the light just a little bit on the breast. So that's one side, and now for the other. glitter is like the messiest thing ever, I think. I think the inventor of glitter was the person who invented the vacuum cleaner. Or perhaps they were the starter of Molly Maid, I don't know. Had to be an alternative motive. Because it is messy. But I do like that. It gives a little bit of a shine. I wish you could see it like me. I'm pretty sure you can't. But it's enough of a shine. Okay. Moving on. So we're going to put that away. I'll use this one because I can. Look at all that glitter. It doesn't get into my work. Okay, so we're looking at this one here, the Tutti Frutti, and this one is an ultra fine glitter. Oh goodness, I don't think I've opened this one yet. Yeah. Maybe the inventor of glitter was the inventor of tape. I'm just saying, whoever invented glitter had to have another business where you would have to buy their product in order to get the glitter up. I'm just saying. Okay, let's see. This is Mr. Nola's glitter, in case you're wondering if you haven't seen that packaging before. And that was going to be right here. A little bit there. Again, I just put on a teeny tiny bit. I'm going to use my finger to enhance those flowers. Wow, sure shines. That's right. When the Tack method is actually the best for Mr. Nola's glitter because it just absolutely lays flat and shines like incredible. Hopefully you can see that. Let's see. Wowie. That is very, very shiny. Okay. Let's see if you can see that. Don't know if you can see it or not. I think I'm going to put, let me see, does it match? See how it matches? And I think I will put a couple flowers in here. It's unfortunate that it's got to dry because I don't like that. I want to do a spiral. Don't like that one. going to be hard to find these later, I think. Let's see. Okay, put that on the side. I actually like this cup as it is. Let's see. Let's see what we have. We have Mr. Nola's glitter on the green. I wonder if I can enhance some of this letters on her name. This is going to be tough. I might need a teeny little paintbrush might work better. See, start with the thickest part. Maybe we'll just do the G. We'll see how the G looks and then we'll decide, right? So again, this was the Tack, which is you get it at your craft store, Amazon, I don't know, probably Walmart. I think Walmart sells it. And a little bit of water in the Tack. Pretty cheap. I think I mixed it like 60 to 40. But it does an amazing job to put glitter on cups, especially a very fine glitter. Okay, we'll try that. Try that for now, see how we like it. Okay, back to this here cup. I don't know if they're dry. Don't think they're all dry. I don't think that one's dry, but I'm going to drop it on there. That one is dry. Trying to find them. Don't know where the next one is. Is that right there? I didn't go that far without putting a dot down. This one there. This one is not quite dry, but I'm going to drop it in there. Maybe it's right here. I would have thought I would have put one there. Okay, I'm going to try with my finger to rub them in. And where I don't like it, I'm going to scratch it off. Okay, let's give this some defining, more of a flower shape. Oops. Probably overdid it there. You can see this, but what I'm just doing is trying to define my flowers a little bit. And I don't know why, but apparently I didn't put a whole lot there, so let's do that. Make this one bigger. My finger must be dirty. Getting a little bit of blackness in my glitter. Let's scrape that off. Man, if only I had water in here, I'd be spoiled. Okay. Put that in here. I think I'm done. Ooh, wonder if I should do the hearts. I think I should do the hearts. I will still need that. Okay, back onto this one. What I have in here is alcohol, but I guess that'll work. I'm going to do the hummingbird. I've used this one once before. Very, very pretty. Okay. Boy, the planes sound low today. Or some most of the time. I'm actually doing this in my garage. A lot of time I work in my living room. But I'm trying to stop doing that because it makes such a smell in my whole house. And I don't want the dogs to have to smell it, so I've been trying to work in my garage more. So I'm in a teeny room in my garage, so it probably doesn't have the same level of soundproofing. Oops, some of that green got onto my, darn it. But I do like it. It certainly does look very shiny. That's pretty cool. I'll be happy with this. Let's see. Green got onto my one bird. Oops. Redo that. But I do like the G. I don't know if you can see it. It certainly does have a lot of shine to it. I wish I was talented enough to do the rest of the letters. I probably am. Probably could. I think I'll leave it. Okay, where was I at? With this one I have... Make sure I pick up the right one. Get a new one. These are so cheap. So it doesn't matter how many you use because they're very affordable. These are those micro brushes. Okay, and I'm just going to give that a little rub. Ooh, it's so beautiful. Okay. If you can see. I hope you can see. Okay, back to this side. And glitter everywhere. Let's see. Now is this glitter? Goes in here. Hopefully I'm in the camera most of the time. I apologize if I'm not. Okay. Now for these leaves, I wanted to fix them, but let me think about this for a second. What color? I love mica powder. I think I will go, or do I like Mr. Nola's glitter better today? I don't know. I'm going to go with the Mr. Nola's glitter for the leaves. Of course, I should have started in a specific spot. That way I can know which ones I've done and which ones I have not. And you know what? I think I will use my paintbrush again because it's a little easier, I think. Okay, so we're going to start here, making these into a leaf, or a better defined leaf. And there is going to be some of the background showing through, I believe, which I'm perfectly fine with because it's got a little bit of a hint of a gold and green. So I never know where you're at or where I'm at. Sorry about that, people. Anyway, just gonna get these in here. Making sort of a leaf shape. Or hopefully it represents a leaf of sorts. Oops. Correct that later. So I notice that my camera does shut off every once in a while. Hopefully I'll notice it sooner today when it does it. I apologize if it does shut off and cut off a lot of the video because that's certainly not my intent. And I think it's because they did an update where if you don't use your camera or your phone for 30 minutes, because that's the longest I can set it for, it automatically shuts off. And that's kind of goofy because when you are doing something like a video, you know, maybe you're, even for families that are trying to capture maybe gift opening and whatnot, where they just set it up and let the camera run, well, they capture those beautiful moments with their families. I mean, who wants that to shut off after 30 minutes? God forbid you think you're capturing, or a wedding, you think you're capturing this beautiful moment and your camera's not on. I hope they will fix that. I think it's with the newest update because I don't remember it doing that before. Matter of fact, the previous video I had done on these cups, it didn't shut off. I mean, it shut off once, but it was like 45 minutes into the video, not 30 minutes. So I think, and then it just did an update recently. So I think this is the new thing. So hopefully, I did send in a complaint to my phone manufacturer. hopefully they read that and consider that. And whatever they've done, I hope they switch it back. If people don't let them know where they've gone wrong, they certainly won't know. They won't change it back. So if you have the same issue, I hope that you'll also contact the phone maker and let them know, hey people, this doesn't work for us. I like that leaf. That one's cool. Wish I could say they were all cool. I wasn't really thrilled with my leaves. Hopefully I'm going to be happier with them now with this glitter on. I don't know, they were just not leafy enough for me. Hopefully this glitter is going to fix it. Okay, let's see if I can do this. I think I'm just gonna, let's see. I think I'm gonna do this with my finger and pray to God it works. Because I don't want it to get everywhere. I know it will stick to the other stuff. Because it did on the bird, so see, I've already learned that much. Be a little more careful. It's probably still going to stick on when I try and rub it off, but that's got a lot of blue in there. I love this glitter, I really do. It's got this incredible shine. Besides, you knew I was gonna, if I opened up glitter, I was gonna walk away from this art project today wearing glitter from head to toe, so what's the difference if I just put it on my finger by myself? Because it was certainly gonna get there. It's cool. Certainly brightens it up, doesn't it? Hope you can see it. Oops. Almost done here. Oops, that might be a little wet. Okay. Now, trying to get the excess off without getting it everywhere. Well, I'll be darned. It sounds like one of my dogs is in the front yard. I will be back. Okay, I'm back. The good news is the dogs were on the side of the house, not in the front yard. But I had to run because someone has opened our side gate on 2 different occasions this past 2 weeks. So better safe than sorry. Okay, so I'm going to try and clean this up a little bit. Let me see. Paper. Okay, that's a little messy there. Clean that up a little bit. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. Let's see if I can show you. I hope you can see the little sparkles. A little bit of flowers in there and sparkles on the hearts, and these two flowers in the red one. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. I think I've gotten enough of it. Don't forget, I am going to have tape on this part when I do it, so I'm not too worried about that glitter. That should not pose a problem, I don't think. Anyway, wow, lots of glitter. And on this one, I've got the G for the Gwen. Oops, I forgot to put more glitter there. More glitter, more glitter. What color was that? That was this one here. And that was, I think this here will work. Okay. That was where the green all stuck, and I tried to rub it off, and then it scratched the other part off. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's how it's going to be. See, I don't know if you can see it. I think it's okay. Let's see. My dark glitter. Where did we go? We went here. I will put a little of this on there because I think that will fit in there. And it seems to be finer. There we go. So we've got that on. Okay, so, man, glitter is everywhere. Okay, let me get rid of all this excess glitter. Okay, what I'm going to do next is get rid of this glitter. And throw these in there. So I'm just going to fold this up and get rid of this. And what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put tape along all the bottoms of my cups because I'm going to come back with epoxy and epoxy this. And I'm going to put epoxy over the G and the birds. I really think I should do the W-E-N. I really think I should. Let's take a vote on this. All ayes, say aye. Aye. Okay. me that stuff here. It's in an alcohol. You know, because if I don't do it, then I'm going to regret it. So I might as well do it. You know what? I'm going to use my brush again. Under the thing of, because I can. So I will. Okay. I just think if I don't do it, I'll be thinking about it. So, yeah, it's a little bit of time. And it's such a beautiful glitter. Hopefully it's going on okay. Oops. Of course, if it's too thick, I can scrape some of it off. It's just hard to see. I think so the method I'm going to use, scrape off what I don't want. But while this is drying, I will start taping off my cups. So I will be right back because you don't need to see that. Okay, I'm back and I've got my Alumilite Amazing Clear Coat product to seal my cups. This one here is supposed to be able to be used on food surfaces. Now it's if you ingest it, it's harmful, especially obviously if it's wet. But it takes a minimum of 48 hours before it's cured. Anyway, this one here says indicated for direct and indirect repeated food contact when accurately measured, thoroughly mixed, and fully cured. So I still don't like to put this on where the mouth is going to go, but I feel fairly confident that this is a safe enough product to use, and so that's what I'll be doing. I'm going to start on this purple cup. Notice I've got it taped at the bottom and around here, but I do believe, I'm hoping I'm talented today, you never know, but I believe I should be able to keep my brush on a line so that it will not go over the line at the top. So, and it's going to run down, it's not going to run up. So I'm fairly confident I can do this. But if it doesn't work on this one, I will be taping the rest. So I'm just going to put a generous amount. Oops, so much for talent right there. But that's okay. We got this. And I'm going to take a torch once all of my cups are done to make sure I've got all the bubbles out. Man, maybe I will have to tape. We'll see. I don't think I will. We'll see. May just have to slow down a bit. I do want to put a fairly generous coat on here. I know it's going to run down and onto my tape, so I will need to remove the tape within approximately an hour to an hour and a half. Even though this has got now 2 coats of epoxy and all the other sealants, it's got the Kmart varnish and the Krylon UV sealer, it will still suggested hand wash. And I would like to, I'll put the information in my video. I'm really bad with names, and I do apologize, but the information on how to seal these, if you've watched my first video, was by one of the young ladies in a group. I call everyone young ladies, so you're just going to have to get used to that. But it was a person in one of the alcohol groups who first answered the question, or the first time I saw it answered, but she actually went to a art place, an art where they do this sort of thing, and asked them for the information, and then she shared it with the group. So I'd like to credit her for sharing that information, so that we can all get the value from her hard work. So credit, a candle loses nothing by light by lighting another candle. So if you can give credit to someone, I think that's a great thing to do, especially when they've earned it, and she has earned it, because she's the one who taught us or gave us the knowledge in order to do this. I'm looking at that, but it's already in the cup. So coming back along to this side, I'm just gonna in there, get around there, and carefully up in there. And I will put this in my hand. Let me see, my torch should be near. Here it is. And so and that will get all the bubbles out. Of course, it does make your epoxy run, so make sure that we're going to be putting it down and leaving it down for a while until the epoxy dries. And I think that worked just fine, so I'm going to continue on with the next ones. So I will start on, how did I do that? Okay. I'm going to start on the bottom and work my way upward on this. And by that I mean I will be putting epoxy where I've put on the glitter on the top part. But I will not do that until the bottom is done, because again, epoxy is going to run downwards. And so I don't want to, I just want to make sure that I get it right. Hoping that you can see that. I'm probably not very good in the camera here. I'm going to have to try and figure this out. I do have it on a ring light. I may have to raise that ring light up, because I feel like I'm always off the camera, but I want you to be able to see it, so I want it to be close enough. Obviously not a professional video person, but as I learn, I would like to help others learn too. Oops. I just find that there's not enough, or there's plenty of videos online, but maybe not so much for alcohol ink. Not as many as I would like. So I'm hoping I'm doing my share to help with that, so that people can learn, and as we all grow, we can grow together. Now this should be done in a well ventilated area, which I do not have. I am in a spare room that we've made into a craft room, sort of makeshift, in the garage, so it's not vented at all. But I do have a mask, which I am not wearing at the moment because, there must be a reason. I don't know why, but I'm not wearing my mask, and I should be. There we go. I think these are on very good. I'm not worried about those coming off, but I do want to give a little bit on here where the birds are because I've got the glitter. That should make the glitter pop. Maybe just to blend it in, I'll put a little there. And then of course on top of the name, which is going to have to go right on. I did clean it up a little bit. I think I didn't do that on camera, but I'm sure you can figure out how to clean up your glitter to your satisfaction. I think I'm going to run this right across just to kind of give it a better finished look. I think that's what I'll do. Oh, a little hard on my back. I kind of like this. I don't know if you can see that shine on that green, but it's amazing. Just trying to bring it in here. I think I'm happy with that. Clean it up a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. Okay. Happy with that. Where's my little... Pop that down. And this one here. This will be the last one I show. The rest I'm going to do off camera because when you've seen them one, you've seen them all. Ooh, I like this. I really think that the glitter and mica powders have added a lot to these cups. Oh, my dogs think somebody's here. Oh, must be my son. I love this green. It's just absolutely amazing. That's that Mr. Nola's glitter. If you're wondering, I think I mentioned that before. But it is a really beautiful. I mean, it just lays so flat, and it just shines amazing. And gets into everything. So it's a good thing I like it. If you have any tips on how to control glitter, how not to fart glitter, I don't know. I could use a tip. Pretty happy with this. I think that I'm doing a fairly good job on keeping on that line. Hopefully you can see. Of course, as soon as I say that, I went over the line. How awesome. But it does clean up fairly quickly. And this is self-leveling, so it will run down. Which is why I taped the bottom and not so worried about the top. Now when I first did it, I did have tape on the top, and I would do that again because I wanted to make sure I got that alcohol ink perfect, like sealed it perfectly. So if I did it again, I would I would tape the top on the first coat of epoxy, absolutely. But I'm pretty happy with not sealing it, taping it on the second coat of epoxy. Okay. I'm going to put a little extra on this one. Okay, and I'm just gonna do the same thing over here. I think I'm gonna try and keep it on where I have the sticker, not the sticker, the water slide, sorry. Because I want to make it look like it was meant to be. Unfortunately, I have to make sure I don't put too much on here because it will run down. I guess I could clean it up. If it does run down too much, I can clean that up with a little bit of alcohol. I try not to get too much on this part. And of course, the nice thing about putting epoxy on this as well is epoxy really does glow, or shine, however you want to say it. So it's really going to bring out this whole design. See how, I don't know if you can tell, but the glitter right here just absolutely popped from that side to that side. I don't know if you can see, but I sure can. The glitter absolutely pops as soon as I put that epoxy on there. Hope you can see. I don't know if I keep getting out of the camera. I apologize if I have. Okay, here we go. I don't know, I'll do half. I don't know if you can see, but here's half and a half. But it just absolutely, absolutely just glows when that epoxy gets put on. Love, love, love. Okay, I'm just going to try and clean it up a little bit. Making sure I don't have too much on because I know it will run. But I think she's going to be thrilled. Okay. And and for now, I'm going to let you go, and I want to thank you for watching my video.